And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The kickoff for the Vikings.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 30, black ultra. Check white, go pink.
Hut. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22. 52 blaster.
It's Young off play action. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Black shot. Come on.
Young working out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Blaster, 6. Ready. Striker, 3. Yellow, 42. Yellow, drill, green. Set.
Throwing, Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Down. 52 blue. Red, yellow. 6, mega. Ready?
Young. He'll try and do this himself. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. Powers through. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79. Back.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60,
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry by Jones. To the 43, second down. The Vikings hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
To the air with McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
60 Bison.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Viking 18.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Yellow, 20, ready?
Young will set to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because when you see a guy cut in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
52 blue. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Come on, set. Black up, ready. 38. Ready.
Here is Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Panther first down.
Red, cycle. Down. Black, red, yellow, white, white. Check, huh?
Now here's Young. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Drill green. Set hot. Yellow. Blue. Black 40. Needle blue. Set.
Young to throw it. That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd down and 13. Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
A gain of 7.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Red, 38. You, yellow. Steel, black. Green jack. Claws, hut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here we go. Red, Sykes, blue, black, shock, black, ultra. Red, yellow.
Looking to throw, Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Yellow, 22, slide blue. Set.
Young to throw it. Looking left side and he's got him in. That's Harper. A good pickup there, a 22.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Field, black. Yellow. Cut.
To the air once more, Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Young. He'll try and do this himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
For the Panthers field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On play action, McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's McCarthy. Complete to Addison on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, Mike. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Panthers 10. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Young checks this down to Hubbard. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers first down.
Red.
11 on the play.
Again, it's Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On the double.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22. Blue striker.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 28, Panthers 10. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Young. Now he's going to step up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
6, Mega, Green Jack. Light blue, black shot. Red.
Young. They'll drop that down to Hubbard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the set.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
White. 50, green. Mega.
They go play action. Young. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. 10 cycles. 52 blue. Black shot. Set.
Throwing. Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
95. Ready.
Young. And he is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here we go. Set.
It'll be Young again. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yellow, 43. White. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, set. 10 black, cut.
Here's Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Xavier Legette, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point safely through. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Ready. Rocco 80. Take go.
Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
70, let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and a yard. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 42 yards. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready. Slide through. Red, 38. Hey, red. Black, field, black. Fuse, yellow.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, here we go. Yellow, 22. Hey, blue. Black ultra, claws red. Set.
Young will set to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harper. He is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
And the Panthers first down.
They'll throw again. Young. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
They motion the running back out left. Young to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Looking to throw McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. There he goes, left side. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, 81 yards. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Riker to kick off for
Minnesota's
the Vikings.
kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Young to throw it this time. He'll find McMillan here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now here's Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go. 52, yellow. Claws red.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Looking to throw, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
5-yard line.
Ready, go.
Again, it's Jones. They find some open field here. And he's out right at the 25. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped, and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion, man.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Bring it.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Panther 6, take over.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Tight end on, tight end on.
Go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That one complete to Ligon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.